Hey guys, welcome back. This is our second installment of the apartment-based disaster preparedness series. And I wanted to talk to you about something that kind of struck me the other day. And what it is that I find a lot of people out on in internet land are talking about preparing for all types of scenarios, but they're overlooking some of the more probable ones. And one of the central philosophies here at Urban Survivalcraft is to prepare for the probable before the possible. So prepare for those things that you're most likely to be affected by first. Now think about it. How many people do we know that have all types of things like let's say bug out bags prepared, but don't know where they're going to go? And how many people do we know that have enough firearms to fight off the entire zombie horde during the apocalypse, but haven't changed the battery on their smoke detector? I mean, see, certain things are more likely to happen, and those are the things we should be focusing on first. It may not be quite as sexy as accumulating a bunch of gear that we may never use, but it would make more sense towards our survivability. A couple of things that I wanted to mention. You should always have a fire extinguisher. Fires are the one thing that we're most likely to experience regardless of where we're at. Because you may live in an area of the country that's likely to get affected by hurricanes, or an area that's more likely to get affected by tornadoes. But in the whole country, you're most likely to be affected by a fire. That's probably the first thing that you should be preparing for. Another thing that I should mention is, whereas accumulating gear is an exciting thing, and I certainly have my fair share of it, and when we talk about it, and I'll be showing you stuff in the coming videos, but we should really be focusing on skills, because if we should find ourselves with nothing, we should still have skills that would make us useful. And I think that's very, very important. I wanted to point out a good resource to you. This book titled Self-Reliance During Natural Disasters and Civil Unrest is a pretty good little reference guide. It will talk about how to handle fires, it'll talk about search and rescue and other emergency responses. It's a great little book. I'm going to put a link in the section below so that you can go straight to it if this interests you. And it's a good primer on those skills that you should be working on. Being useful during the time immediately after a disaster is a very important thing. The ability to do stuff to help improve the situation is very important. This became very, very obvious to me in the days following Hurricane Andrew, where we were tasked with clearing debris, fixing stuff, that we were out of power for like a month. We had a lot of stuff, a lot of work that we had to do, and thankfully we had the appropriate tools that made life a lot easier for us. And between our group, we had a pretty good body of skill sets that were able to make the work short and easier. So consider prepping for the more probable before the possible, and definitely work on developing skills. Okay, skills don't take up any space, but they certainly make a huge difference. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Keep in mind that our videos come out every Tuesday. Please, if you like what we're doing, share it with your friends. Also, help us continue to spread the word by hitting the like. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can stay abreast of our uploads, so you can stay in the loop. Again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care.